Hi everyone, I'm Razvan from MammothInteractive.com. Today we're going to be discussing about initializing and declaring integers in Android Studio. Just so you know, there is a 10 hours free course in the description that teaches you how to code. But for now, we're just going to go in Android Studio. I assume you already have it installed. We're going to follow these directories: app, Java, the first folder you see over here, and main activity. And so we're gonna go here and we're gonna start declaring integers. But first of all, just so you know, integers are whole numbers, so they don't have decimal places and they can take up negative and positive values. We're gonna use the most common way to declare them. So we're gonna use the keyword int, and we're just gonna type a few names over here. And right now we're gonna assign some values to the first two. So let's say 0 and 9. So that's how we initialized those two variables. And the next step is to assign a value for number 3, and we're gonna set it equal to the sum of the first two integers that we declared. So that's basically how you do an addition operation with integers, which are declared with the int keyword. There is also another way to declare integers with integer data type, and this is not so common actually, but it's useful when you use array lists. Then you have to use integer instead of int, but otherwise you're always gonna use int because it's much simpler and it doesn't take that much memory from your application. So just so you know, you can basically mix up integers and ints when you want to do operations. So you can basically do number 4, you can set it up to um, number 1 plus let's say number 2. So you can just mix the types and mix the data types, and there's no problem with that. And the third data type we're gonna cover is called big integer. It's very useful when you have integers that span more than 100 digits. So if you have, for example, integers that are within -2 billion and +2 billion, you can use int and integer, but otherwise you have to use big integer. So you're not going to use it that often, but it's important to know about it. So you have to declare it when you assign a value. You have to use these exact keywords. You have to use new big integer, and then in double quotes you can just assign the value, and it can be really any amount of digits you want. And so we're going to declare another one. So we have number. Let's follow up with the numbering system. So we're gonna do number 6, and then the next one we're gonna call it number 7, and we're gonna set it to new big integer and another value, which doesn't have to be as big as the first one, but I'm just gonna give it a random value. And then we're gonna declare another one, number 8. And in order to set number 8 equal to the sum of the previous two big integers that we declared, we have to use a built-in function called add. So we're gonna do number 6 dot add, and then we have to pass as a parameter a new big integer value. So that's gonna be number 7. And as you can see, we don't get any errors. So that's basically all you have to know in order to implement um, integers in Android Studio. You can go on mammothinteractive.com to check our projects, and don't forget to check out the 10 hours free course about coding in the description, which is very useful if you want to dive more in depth about coding in Java. Thank you for watching.